LMFAO. Rock the beat and rock the show. Move your feet onto the flow. Start to drink and drink some more. Oh, LMFAO.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's LMFAO, for those of you who don't know me. And basically what I have for you guys right now is part 2 of how to win a free-for-all match. And obviously, by reading that this is part 2, I'm pretty sure you guys can assume that there was a part 1 to this, how to win a free-for-all series, if you want to call it that. And there was. Actually, before I say anything, I didn't spawn in till like 2 minutes after the game started, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit. But basically, in part 1, I'm gonna talk about why there's a part 2 and how part 1 was so different. But basically, in part 1, my main idea that I was trying to get across to you guys was that the way to win a free-for-all was by camping, with a silencer and staying on the outskirts of the map with like Ghost and with Silencer and Ghost, basically, and just avoid the strong point of the map, which is, in my opinion, the strong point is what I like to call the area, like the most high trafficked area, usually where all the kills take place on that map. And in this game right here, the strong point for a little bit tends to be this building that I'm controlling right now, which is, as you can see, is basically the complete opposite of what I was telling you guys to do. But in part 1, like I said, I was trying to tell you guys to camp, basically. Not camp, but move around the outskirts of the map with Silencer and Ghost. And that is an effective way to win free-for-all, trust me. But sometimes that's just not the way I like to play it. I like to be a little more fast-paced. I don't like to take things slow. And some things that you might notice if you're following the part 1 strategy of staying on the outskirts of the map, you may notice that you're going to be falling behind in kills for a little bit until you get your Blackbird and your Chopper Gunner, because you're not going to be you're not going to be coming in contact with as many people as you would if you would be doing what I'm doing in this video. So basically, now that you know what I do in part 1, I'm going to explain how part 2 is different and how this is also an effective strategy to play free-for-all. So basically, part 2, I'm going to talk about how basically the exact opposite. Instead of staying away with a Silencer and Ghost, I'm going to tell you guys to basically control the map with a nice powerful assault rifle with a motion sensor and scavenger. A scavenger you don't really need to use, but that's just what I use because I tend to run out of ammo. But basically what you want to do is you want to set the strong point of the map and try and hold it off as much as you can. And that's fine if you move around the map, which is actually a good idea to do. You don't always want to keep you don't always want to like stay secluded in one area, because what you'll find is you'll see like a pack of like retards just approaching you from every different angle. And that's kind of what happened my first death that you saw when I got my Blackbird. Like, they're going to approach you from all different angles, and there's not going to be much you can do to stop them from killing you. Now, this game is almost, actually not over, but, I kind of need to spit everything out quickly. But, I find that this strategy is actually a little bit more effective, especially if you are, if you're the type of player who I am and likes to, move at fast pace, likes to get a lot of kills, but at the same time, can risk dying. Because what will happen is, in the first strategy that I showed you guys on part 1, you're not going to be dying as much. A lot of the time what you'll see is you'll see a player with, maybe 5 or 7 or 8 or even 10 more kills than you, but he'll have like 7 more deaths than you. And that's fine, but the thing with part 1 strategy is if you die before you get your Blackbird, the whole point of part 1 strategy and staying on the outskirts of the map with the Ghost and Silencer is so you can get your Blackbird, because Blackbirds and Chopper Gunners and everything in and all that stuff in free-for-all, all those good kill streaks basically lead to an automatic win. But like I said, you'll see yourself falling behind because you're not going to be coming in contact with as many people. And if for whatever reason you somehow get killed while doing that strategy, you'll find yourself still behind and you'll have to start all over to get a Blackbird, and then you're kind of screwed. So that's why I recommend doing this, because if you're a strong free-for-all player and you're confident in your gun skill and you're confident in rushing around, then this is what you should be doing. You shouldn't really be on the outskirts of the map and, trying to be, like, cautious and everything. But if that's the way you play, then that's also fine, because you know a lot of people like to play like that. A lot of people have that, you know, camping, like, you know, like camping method embedded into their brain, like must camp to win. And like I said, that's fine, but I'm actually going to start doing this a little bit more. So basically, to recap everything I just said, instead of, I'm just, because the video is basically over, the game's basically over, like I said, don't really stay on the outskirts of the map. Try and define the strong point of the map. Go to a building and try and hold it off as long as you can. An example I always like to use would be the map, what map would, Crisis. And everyone knows that big building on the map, Crisis. That's a perfect example of a strong point. And you always want to try, if you're trying to do this strategy, you're going to want to try and hold off that building. And basically that's what I'm trying to, you know, get across to you guys. But here's when I get the last kill right there. I get the knife. And I know I kind of went off in a bunch of directions this game, trying to talk about different things. So I hope you did learn something. You know, try and control the map. Try and be assertive. Try and, you know, let people know where you are, so in turn they'll come to you, letting you get more kills. But sometimes what's going to happen is you'll find yourself dying. But that's alright, because if you're getting a lot of kills, it doesn't matter if you die. So basically, that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and like the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And also go check out my my free giveaway videos that I will be putting in the, well, that, see the annotations right in the top left and top right of your screen. That's for my free giveaways. So go check those out. But alright guys, that's about it. I'll catch you guys later.